Okay, here we are looking at Walter's work. That looks really nice. It looks really, really professional. I love this part, what you've done here. And my only concern is here, the red over the pink is not very readable. So I would introduce, like, I would maybe use like a deep, this blue that you have here. Because we have blue, red. You can still introduce, but we have white, red, and blue, so that's enough. So yeah, I would just use this value there, or um, make it brighter red. But I think the blue would be kind of nice to just break some of this information up. Maybe some of it could be yellow, and I mean maybe some of it could be blue, and some of it could be red, but a brighter value. But this looks great, very professional. Uh, awesome, looks really good. Okay, so just fix this part. Okay. Okay, very nice. This looks great, Christina. This looks really good. We need to work on the text. So look at some magazines. You'll notice the magazines, the copy, the titles are usually much heavier. Like, so use a heavier font face for the title, and then use even this one is still too thin. So you want to just kind of just pump it up, make it heavier, and just add another one. So maybe have like 3 titles. Um, Maybe 10 great tips would be much like a bold, really bold, heavy font. And to purchase the right bat for you, you should never have one word by itself on a line. So maybe, and you can play with it. So maybe to purchase, it should be to purchase the right bat, and then for you could be really big, So you can play with the size of each line. It doesn't all have to be the same, but you need to kind of keep them more like in a box kind of a format. So bring your files and I'll help you with it. But I think the text needs some working, and you can of course put something, and maybe you can move that over here and then have like 3 titles like this one. Just look at some baseball magazines. I just copy their title over. And again, I really want you to explore different font faces. This looks great. This looks great, but this ones aren't working. A great job on this part, though. I think the framing of the picture looks really good. So, give me at least a couple of different variations of how you're going to lay this text out. Again, look at some magazines and just copy what they have over, and make sure you use a heavier font face. I like the orange, but just a heavier font face. Just like maybe you can have 3 of them here and move this over there to the left. Move the little barcode to the left. Very good. Okay, that looks a lot better. Make sure the title is centered to the space. It should be even. The picture looks really good. We still need to work here a little bit more. It's very, very crowded. So maybe we can use like an overlay, like a soft overlay, to create like a transparent area for here, and then put that, because right now I don't like how this is. It's kind of, there's some readability issue. So put like a little band here with like 20% opacity, like make it white and just change the opacity to 20%, and put this information on top of it. The blur is not really working underneath it. Some of this information could go here. So Anthony Lopez. So maybe one of these titles could go here. Again, you want to just darken the background. If you don't know how to do this part, moving this up, actually you should bring all your files in and I'll help you with that, but just put a band underneath this, and just take some of these out. I mean, there's way too many things going on here. Just leave maybe 4 of them. So I'll let you decide which 4 or 5 maximum. Because right now there's 7 or 8 this one. The font face works well. Because titles work first. So center the image, put a band over here, simplify this bottom half. And then this part, try to kind of create like a box like this, and again center everything in the space. So everything should be from a line from left and right, and then so that means that maybe the loss of a legend with Bob could be a little bigger font face, so the lines, and the paramount could be a little longer. So a lot of magazines, if you look, there are different hierarchies in terms of some titles are bigger than other ones. They're not always the same size. So just explore that a little bit and revise and bring all your files to class for next week. Okay, looks awesome. This looks great. Okay, Danny, I love this picture. Beautiful shot. I want you to move the picture down. Great use of, so move the picture down. So, because I don't like how this part is hitting your face, the title, because I love this part of the picture. So by you moving it down and maybe your head being here, then we can actually emphasize the name of the magazine. Drop the opacity of this black band to like 20 or 30. Make the font smaller so it's not so tight to the edge, and use a heavier font face for that, or not this heavy, but a little heavier. Maybe like this, maybe like narrow but tighter. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure there's more space, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. There is readability issue here, and there's readability issue here. So let's try to add another color, maybe a bright orange or something, with a drop shadow. And then that will actually work because you have Brazil here, so the color is the yellow, orangey, grainy color. I think that might actually be a nice touch. Or maybe you can change the value of this red to that orange. Maybe that's a better idea. Change this value to that orange, and then have this one like orangey, yellowy color. So your palette would be orangey, white, and definitely get rid of this blue, and then maybe a yellowy color. And then you can add you can add a drop shadow. If it's yellow, it's hard to read. Like this might be hard to read over here. I mean, the orange would work really well here. But this might be, and it should be a brighter orange. If this doesn't work, use a drop shadow. Okay? Or a glow. But drop shadow changes settings so it's not very high. But I love the way you build the hierarchy. I think it looks really good. Love the title. And looking very good. It's moving along. So just make those changes, bring all your files to class. Yep, this is looking really good, Nick. Choose a heavier font for these titles. Yeah, but this looks really good. Beautiful job here. Yeah, it just needs to be a little heavier. Use the same font face. Just find if it doesn't have a bold version or a heavier version, just add a little 1-point stroke and choose inset. Move gray so the S is aligning with the N. So move it over here. So it should be like this. And then make the grays, I make it bolder. So there's a variant. So either make them bold or make gray bold. I would make grays bold. So make grays bold. Make featuring yellow. Make top yellow. Okay. Make top yellow. Make featuring yellow. Make grays bold. Move it to the right. You can even make it like blue, this blue and yellow. Mix some of this blue with the titles here. So like this 10 should probably be yellow. This, yeah, but it's looking very good. Great job here. I don't know if this color is blue or black, but we would want to repeat. If it's black, change it to this blue. Make the changes, bring all your work to class next week. Beautiful, great job. Okay, so we need a little bit of work on text, make sure the text is not sitting so tight at the edge of the picture. Don't stretch the image. This image looks stretched. You said this is a good shot, but it's we need to work on the layout first. So I really want you to look at some magazines and look at and see how they've done the breakdown, because right now we're having a lot of issues. We have readability issues, we have like alignment issues, and we have like basic distortion issues. See, I can't even read any of this. So look at the, I mean, just going through some more classmates here. I mean, just look at some of their work and see how they've established hierarchy, and just try to emulate it. Yeah, so we need to really kind of actually revise this entire thing all together. Maybe put a top banner on the top part where it's white with 20% opacity, and put new images inside of that. I don't need to see all this, and I'm losing all the space here, so it's a lot of like unnecessary activity here. Get rid of this picture. It's not really adding to anything. Put a little band here if you're going to be keeping these titles. Choose a different font face, something that's a little heavier. Don't have so many colors. Remember, we want only 3 colors. It's the one, purple and red and orange and blue. They're just not really good colors together. Just you choose like a white, and the purple is actually okay. So you can use white and purple. White and purple, and probably this a little richer orange. Get rid of the white, get rid of the black, get rid of the red. None of them actually going to work with this layout. Again, explore different font faces. Make sure it's not sitting right here. Put like little bands so you can actually, you know, just so you can put stuff under or over the image. Okay, you can look at some of the if you look, for example, over here, you can kind of see that. Of course, this needs a lot of help, but let me look at another one. Like, for example, look at this one. I mean, we just created this band, like a box, changed the opacity to like 20%, use the palette that goes with this layout, and it looks beautiful. So you would want to do something similar to that. Also pay attention to the font choices. So I said just look at some of this, you know, your classmates' work and modify your layout. Okay. I would like to see a brand new version of this. Okay. All right. Gustavo, very nice, great picture treatment. We're losing a lot of space here, so that is not really good. So move this up. So this whole thing should be moved up. I like what you've done here. That looks great. You can add something over here because we have all these empty spaces here. Maybe this yellow blah 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 can go here, and break it up like this. I like how you've broken it up. Maybe goose top 3, and then you break it, or goose, it's really big, and then top 3 albums gets a little smaller of all time, and so it's 4 lines, and mix it so it's yellow and red and white, or yellow and white or something. Just mix the colors up and mix the, like, break the lines a little differently. This needs to be moved up. If you have more space up here, change the black so it's on like 50% opacity so we can see part of the wall. Inside scoop of the left with the goose. Probably if you move this up here, you're gonna have room here, and then you can put it over here, maybe in white and yellow. Because this is not really working. It's like a big hole in the wall. But I love this picture. It looks really good. Just need some work. It's a little left heavy. So I mean, I love the positioning of this one. I think this is great, but this one needs help. Just move it over here, and that one will move it on top. So we have something here, and move everything up. Put the black on 20.